Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Controller Podcast, your weekly gaming podcast, episode number 308. With me, George, in this week, but whoa, I'm that excited, I can't even speak. This week, joined by Scotty. Latest gen update to my "Are you sure this HDMI is connected?" How's it going, Scotty?
Yep, I'll be the male connector. You can be the female receiver. It's nice to be back face to face with Mean George. The guy liner's there.
I am this sort of aggressive head-to-head that we've got going on. I don't know.
There's a tension.
There is.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's our first bit of hot weather this week for the UK. The guys listening overseas, it might be different, but for everyone in the UK, we finally had a bit of spring this week, and I think it's heated me up, and I maybe a little bit too much.
Well, it's had exactly the same effect on me, my good friend. So be careful. Stag's rutting. Let's get stuck in. I've not spoken to you for a while. I ain't had the luxury, so because no doubt I'm going to let the side down here because I set myself up as Indie King last week, Scott. I don't know if you've seen the
I've already contacted. I've contacted the I don't know what you call the tailors, the people that customize the belts. I don't know what you call that, the beltsmith maybe. I've contacted them and I've said, look, you might need to scratch out a few letters because apparently it's no longer triple S. For 2026, we could be seeing GEORGE.
Yeah. Slight issue between me, you, and the gatepost.
You've only played one indie game, we know.
But don't let Triple S know. He's not listening, he only listens. No, he listens now. Oh, God, no. He's got me in a 3 or 4 leg lock right now, hasn't he? And I'm like, my God, George is going to tap.
It's going to be like, what's that? The Canadian screw job. What do they call that with Bret Hart?
Bret Hart. The Montreal screw job.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to be the UCP screw job to get the title. You're going to have RGT running down as a referee. I'm the referee, but I get RKO'd out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
RGT has to come running down. All of a sudden, R-Truth comes out of the crowd, drops a five knuckle shuffle impersonating John Cena. All of a sudden, Bobby's the only one that can save us. He comes strolling down out of nowhere. Who's this? Is it the Shield? No, it's OG Tom. Oh, the lore continues, and it's great. What a year it's been.
Oh, mate. Well, some good news. Any long-term fans will know that we have another co-host, Bobby. He's not been on air for a while, but the good news is he broke contact. Some good news coming your way about Bobby, and hopefully a return to the shows pretty soon. So, yeah, good news. He can save us all, just like he did from Pasta. Where did we get to? Oh, mate, save me from myself. What have you been playing?
Well, I have been playing. It's typical. The one time it's just me and you, and there's no one to look down on my game choices. You know, if you caught me a week or two ago, I would have said I was playing Disney Planes on a 3DS, Search and Rescue. But I've actually been playing this week a big boy game, and I really wanted to talk about it because we've obviously at the end of
hang on. This is me you're talking to. Why were you playing Planes on the 3DS? And is it any good?
Do you know what it is? So something we're going to get to in a minute. Obviously, me, RGT, and Digital Monkery, and a few guys from the Discord. Quite a few of us. There's a nice crossing of Marathon Gaming community, some YouTube community, and the UCP. We met up in Bristol. And the last couple of gaming markets, I've been struggling. Obviously, I've been collecting loose cart full set for Game Gear. It's getting so hard to find games I actually need. I've sort of switched without realizing. I started watching like Metal Jesus Rocks videos and just they were, when the end video finishes, the next one comes, the algorithm. All of a sudden, I found myself really into the 3DS. So many cheap games. And I picked up so many 3DS games at the weekend at Bristol, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a bit. And I was just looking at what games I already had. And I just had some random ones that I think, Retro Ed has just given to me because he has a full set of the 3DS. He's started to clear them out,
Oh,
but he had a full set, even the big ones. I'm talking all of the RPGs. He had everything,
oh
and I'm talking
wow.
full. I'm talking full set, like back in COVID days, like when it was tough.
Oh,
He's been there. He's been there, baby. But yeah, Search and Rescue, the Disney Planes game, it's really, really good. So the short level is about 5 to 10 minutes. I can't believe I'm talking about this. And you literally go around putting out fires, saving the cars that are stranded. And every time you think, oh, that would do, you just start a new mission. Bear in mind, it's a children's game. It's very, very good. It really shocked me. But
oh.
what I want to talk about, I know you want to talk more 3DS. Go on then, George.
Do
Hit me with a
I
3DS
do?
question. You're going to say, do you have the magnifier all the way up? Do you have it
Look,
2.5?
no, listen, dude. I'm the CEO of the show, and I don't often get to just indulge myself as I like. And right
Yeah,
now, I want to indulge myself talking about
yeah.
planes on the 3DS. And do you know what? If at the end of this section we have no listeners, get educated. Tell me more. What sort of game levels it's? Are you always flying?
Yeah, you're always flying and you can control. There's about 4 different planes so far. Played it about 2 hours, about 10 missions. And you've got a helicopter, big old planes. You've got ones that pick up and move things. There is some driving levels actually where you're
Mm.
trying to. It's very, do you know what? Credit to it. There's ones where you go around like clearing paths like bulldozers. There's ones where you're looking for like scanners. It's very for a Disney game, a Pixar. It's very in depth. Really, really good. The problem I've got is my 3DS is quite old.
Mm.
I've got the two best 3DSs. I've got the Pikachu one and the SNES one, and they both go for a lot of money.
Wow.
However, the sound doesn't work. So what I have to do is I get Mrs. Marathon Gaming to sit next to me and make plane noises just so I can be in the zone.
No,
And
no, no, no. That's your wife. I
you
can't.
know it's true. You know it's true. Just listen, you telling me Rachel's never just gone done like train noises while you're playing Thomas the Tank Engine
Oh,
Tycoon
yeah.
Simulator.
No, mate, I thought you were more like
Choo choo.
noises. I didn't know. I wasn't really sure where or what or how was going on. We're 18
Oh,
plus
right.
now.
Hey. You know when you was a kid, you'd like your granddad would lay on the back and he'd hold you as a young infant in the air like an aeroplane.
Yeah.
Like on all fours. Yeah, that's sort of what happens upstairs when we're playing Disney planes on the 3DS.
What is it? Are you talking the one where your dad would kind of get you to, your dad would have his legs out and you would kind of walk, he would be laid on his back with his knees
That's
up
it.
in his
Yeah,
chest and you would,
just need to clarify, it wasn't your dad, it was my dad. But yeah, that's exactly what happened.
yeah. And then you get your front up to the feet. So you've got them on your
Yeah.
sort of chest or just below on the tummy area, I think, or like just below your pecs, I think was a good, is that the natural fulcrum point of a human being?
I think it's the only time we've been vulnerable in our lives. Who would have known this is a gaming podcast? It's good to cover so much ground.
And
And I'll
then
tell you what, we really are diverse.
this is how it is now. And Dad would like oik his legs up and then like fully extend. Did you hold on to his hand or did you go brave? Did you sometimes, because you kind of get a bit of a wobble on, didn't you? He'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, it takes a while to get the aerodynamics right, but as an infant, my dad would often shave my back just to make sure if he threw me in the sea and there were
God,
sharks,
CD.
I'll be quick to get away. You got to be a tenth of a second down. Treated me like Max Verstappen. He
I
was
love
like, "Go
that
on, son."
meme where it's like, oh, we've only got a minute. Bob, 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 Bob. Max
Yeah, Max
Verstappen.
Verstappen. It's almost as good as I'm legally blind. I did not see a thing. Right, back to the 3DS. Any more questions before I move on to the big one?
What other games have you been playing on it, and have you used the actual 3D slider or no?
Yes, I have been using a 3D slider. Went to put in GoldenEye, which I specifically brought at Bristol Gaming Market because it is the challenge accepted done by Digital Monker each month in the Discord. If you're not in the
Mm,
Discord, find the show information
yeah,
on whatever outlet you're watching this on, whatever platform, and you'll find a link for it there. If not, you can email us at
you
questions@unofficialcontrollerpodcast.com
sure
to
can.
get in there. And you should join in the fun. So this month it's GoldenEye, quickest to speed run the first level. And you can
Is the
just however
3DS
quick.
one the N64 game though?
Well, it turns out no. So me and RGT had a great we had a great idea. I said RGT. Bear in mind, obviously Tom was at Bristol as well, DM, and I said RGT. Let's pretend we had no idea it was on the 64. I said you find a copy, and then we'll just keep pumping it out on this little DS, Nintendo DS. It looks the same. It says it's the same. It says
Oh,
it's
it
the
is.
but it's not. I think it was Carlos. Someone let me know in Discord, and I didn't even bother. I just threw it on the floor. I thought, what a waste of £12. But I did play it on the Switch emulation service online.
Yes.
No, Pokemon's not on there, but GoldenEye is from '97. Great, thanks for your help. I'm surprised they didn't charge me for that for DLC from level 2 onwards.
Yeah,
But I
they
tell you
should
what,
have.
I had great fun with it. But honestly, hats off to those guys in the Discord. I know Ginger's a machine, but I don't think he's even stepped on it yet. Everyone's been doing a minute with some change. I'm literally was proud to do 2.5 minutes. I shaved a whole minute off my first attempt. And I could be honest with you, there's seconds in it. I couldn't even get under 2 minutes. So whatever they're doing, I don't know if it's Mario Kart and there's a secret wall that they're going through because it's
Maybe
very,
are
very
you
impressive.
killing people? Because maybe the strategy is just to run.
Well, I've tried about 4 runs of it and I can't get any quicker. You can run, but you have to clear them out of the way. Otherwise, they stop the truck. I don't know if you remember, there's a truck that's moving to the gates, but it's not much in it. So there's obviously something I don't know. I'm wondering if you can jump on the truck and just drive through the gate. I don't know. I'm obviously missing the trick, but I don't want any spoilers. Obviously, we're here as hosts to be bottom of that table, and every month
Oh,
that is where I'll be.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I ever win a challenge accepted, there's a big problem. So I'm happy to be there. That's my place, and
Well,
I'll
we
accept it.
ran a fantasy gaming league until the point it looked like we were almost going to be hoisting ourselves off our own show. So,
Yeah. We didn't know anything. You think someone that looks at game releases every week would have a little bit of an inkling of what's going on in the market? It turns out, nope, we ain't got
we
a
ain't got a
clue.
clue. Finger on the pulse, might as well be dead. So, what is the other game?
So the
Now
big
we've
game
moved
is
on from the 3DS.
it's this game is on all platforms. What I find odd is when we was talking about at the end of the Ponzi's Game of the Year contenders, and we were saying about there's a new James Bond game. We were saying about Fable. And none of us even mentioned Resident Evil, which has took this week's by storm.
Yeah.
So I got the game delivered the weekend. I wasn't there, so I played it when I got back Sunday from Bristol. However, I did receive the Switch Pro controller. Now I've
Ooh.
been playing a lot of
Switch 2 Pro
PS5.
controller or
Yes, Switch 2.
yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of PS5 lately, and I've come to a big realization that if there's a game I really love, I'm doing myself a disservice by not playing it on the strongest platform. So, for example, we play a lot of Dead by Daylight in this house, and I played it on Xbox, I played it on PC, on Steam. I played so much on the Switch, like hundreds of hours. And for some reason, I just said to Morgan, I was like, "Oh, let's try it on the PS5." And it had a free update for PS5 update, so I had a PS4 version. And I was seeing things I hadn't seen, and I'm good at
Yeah.
the game. I'm good at the game anyway. But my God, am I great now? Like and I think I don't know if I can go back and play it now on the Switch.
Mm.
So basically, I saw that the Resident Evil. I didn't even consider what platforms it was coming on, but basically, I've got a Switch, an OG Switch Pro controller. I never bothered getting one for the Switch 2 because the one I had was fine, and it does make the gaming experience so much better. However, I saw ages ago, so I pre-ordered it, and I just some reason assumed it was I must order this at Christmas, assumed it was a Switch exclusive, didn't really realize it was a new game. And then all of a sudden the controller got released, and I see all these things on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And then I was like, oh wow, it's this is a new game. I didn't quite realize.
Mm.
And obviously it came through, and I've been playing it, and honestly, mate, it's so good. So I won't like give any spoilers away. The very simple thing is you've got I don't know if it's Mary, the girl, but basically you've got Leon, who's like third person action, and when he's fighting, it's two like intertwining stories. When the action is outrageous, I'm talking absolutely over the top, proper Resident Evil, crazy stuff. And you really feel really cool and powerful. These different weapons, really good kills, like very good, really good story again, with a really cool sort of protagonist. And then you've got the female character, which I think it might be Mary. I apologize if it's not. And she's in first person mode, so it feels very submersive. It feels
Mm.
very atmospheric, into the point where it's a very different horror game, where it's very suspenseful. You you forget you're a badass. And there's been so many times I've had to just turn the game off because I've been frightened and then turn it back on again, like being chased. Like really earlier on, I won't say who it is, but there's a character called the girl. It looks anything but a girl, and you have to sort of work out. There's a few interactions with her, and it is terrifying. I don't care how brave you are. I mean, Seb would back me up because he's terrified anyway. But I love horror games when it's an online game. When it's a single player game, when you control and suspense, the cutscenes are fine. But yeah, it is terrifying. But really, really good game. I don't want to ruin it because a lot of people probably playing it at the moment. A lot of people probably be completed it, to be fair, by the time
Yeah.
this airs. I'm only a couple of hours in myself. I've been playing it. Mrs. Marathon Game has been watching, been having a lot of fun. And what I'm very surprised with, mate, is I stood by the fact that Star Wars Outlaws was the best looking Switch 2 game. And now I have to say, if you haven't got a Switch 2 and you haven't got ways of playing these other games, honestly, take a look on YouTube because I might do a comparison video. This does not look like a Switch 2. It really looks like it's up there. Obviously, when, a PS5 Pro version might not look, but it doesn't look too far behind PS5 or Xbox, anything like that. It looks absolutely tremendous, really good. And I would be very cautious. Feel free to contact me in Discord. I can send you, clip shots and screenshots. But I've seen a lot of people putting memes out even today comparing the versions, and it's a lie because what they've shown isn't what I've got on my telly. It is very, very impressive. And obviously, of course, it's not going to be as strong as a PS5 or an Xbox. But my God, for a Switch 2, is it bloody impressive? It's absolutely beautiful. So
Well, I
if
think
you have got,
the Switch 2 also got a re-release of a prop because we did have cloud versions of 7 and 8 before on Switch 2, but I do believe now we've got full fat Switch 2 versions to download in the shop. So
yeah,
that's
triple pack, I believe. I think they even got a physical in the US.
yeah, well,
I
that's
got the
coming off the
deluxe.
market like this week. So if you do want
Yeah,
that, grab it. But mate, I had a kind of similar situation. One thing I want to say is the Switch 2 right now is able to get in the ballpark of the big boy
yes.
consoles. Now is the time for it to make hay. Let's see all these ports come to Switch 2 now because as it gets older in its lifespan, that's going to get harder and harder to achieve.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I definitely agree. It's just really cool to have a full blown adult game. It's cool they've got it on there, and
Yeah.
they've done not just a Switch 2 Pro controller, but they've also done a deluxe edition. It's about £10-15 more. You get some skins, charms, tracks, all that normal sort of stuff. But you also get a beautiful steel tin case, which we all love for collectors, and it comes with a lovely cardboard sleeve. And I was like, oh my
Mm.
god, is this the Nintendo cardboard's back? It is a really beautiful piece, and I'm glad. Normally I buy a £10-15 more, and I get sent a key ring, and I think, what are you doing, Scott? You're a grown man. Why have you done that? But it come through, and I was like, do you know what? Fair play, because that is. If I saw the other version, I'll be like, damn it, I want this one. Um, yeah, mate, it is really, really good. Maybe we won't take too many Resident Evil questions just because it's very fresh and we don't want to do any spoilers or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we were in, me and Rachel went shopping on Saturday, I think it was, and
Was that for your joppers? Because I've heard you've been playing G1 Jockey a couple of weeks back.
Joppers and sugar cubes. Uh, while we were there, we walked past the gaming hall, whatever's left of it in a shop these days, and she saw Resident Evil Requiem. She was like, "Oh, look at that! Should we get that?" I was like, "Oh, let's. We've got 7 and 8. We started 7 before. Oh yeah, let's go back and play that." So we came back and downloaded it, started playing it again. My God, mate, it's so flipping intense in first person. Like I'm a Resi grandee. I was there from day one on PS1. Love the game. It's not even that scary. But when you go first person, I don't know where I'm getting PTSD from when I played it on VR1 or what, but my God, I just can't move
Yeah.
forward. I'm terrified. I'm literally crawling forward. If that was third person, I'd be running down the corridor with a thumbstick clicked in, like,
Oh,
wouldn't be caring. But in first person, I'm like, oh my God.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and
You
and
really, really do feel it.
I kind of like jive against that a little bit there, but I like the way that they've, like you described, how they've kind of evolved that into a mechanic within the game. So, all right, you can be Leon for a 20-minute blast, kill a load of dudes. Okay, now you're gonna have to front up first person and see if you're as brave. And it's like, oh no, I'm not. I like the way they've mixed it up, split the characters. I think that's clever. I think 8 got a retrospective patch that let you play it in third person. So I'm quite keen to maybe give that a go because I just this first person horror, even going back to like, is it Project
Amnesia
Zero
and
or something like
yeah,
that, where it's like,
or the
oh,
ones with the camera outlast, and it's terrifying.
yeah, it's too much. Call me a fanny if you'd like.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't care. Um, is there anything else that you've got in your gaming docket that you want to give a talk to?
No, before I pass over, I do just want to say and be very vulnerable because I really want to hear people's honesty, right? So with Resident Evil come up, Requiem, and I'm glad I was struggling to pronounce that. Now, we're back in COVID. A lot of us got furloughed, and I'll be very honest with you. Be very vulnerable here. I had to Google what the word furlough meant. I'd never heard it, and I had the same thing with Requiem. The game come out. I was like, I know that word. I'm sure that's a Beyonce song. I was like, what is it? I had to Google what it meant. And then at some point during the game, I realized even one of the guns was called Requiem. So I was quite confused. So I don't know. Let us know.
Yeah, someone I don't even dare.
Sorry, went on one then. Just a Scott's faults from late night.
No, I
Thought
like,
I'd throw that.
well, mate, it's a good job you're here outside. I've been exposed to a one-man show today, and I'll be honest with you, I can't see it making a lot of sense. I think I'm
I've
getting
got a,
worse, not better.
well, I've got a big question for how shall I put this? George, the Star Wars Voyager body destroyer.
On the Star
What?
Trek.
Sorry, Star Trek Voyager. Oh, that's going to upset some people. Star Trek Voyager, but I
No,
was
it
trying to think of
wasn't.
a wrestling name. That's what I was trying to think of.
Dumbledore's pet.
That's it. Anyway, George, what have you
Yo.
been playing?
Oh, okay. Well, let's mix it up a little bit because obviously there's a bit of Resi in there. Um, trying to think what else we got hold of. Oh, I don't know if I talked about this last week. It's all blurred into one, which is a bit dangerous because of flashback as well. I sometimes forget what I've talked about, but picked up a copy of Back to the Future, on PS3, which is like a Telltale game. Me and Rachel again played that, quite enjoyed it, got quite far into it. It's very simple. It's like all those Telltale games. You kind of just gotta you
I
can't
played the
die, can you?
I played the Wii one, which I think was a point and click, and from memory, it was
Same.
very, very good. Yeah,
Yeah,
very good game.
yeah. It's fun. We're at the point in time now where we've kind of worked out, we've gone into the future, no, the past. Doc's in a jail cell, and we're just about to go into the further past or something like that to teach him how to create a special weapon to blow the door off or something like that. So I'm quite excited about taking that a little bit further. I thought that the voice actors were good. Obviously, the animation's a little bit fun because it's all a bit pastiche, isn't it? They're not going for realism, but yeah, it's pretty good. Also picked up a copy of Brutal Legend as well, which I haven't played yet, but I'm quite excited to try that. And then, yeah, the only other games I've been really going hard on is Star Trek Voyager. Now, that game had an update, which was great, good to see. But immediately after the update happening, I was greeted with a warning. Your game save may now be irreparably damaged.
No. What was the
Yeah,
meaning of the update?
I
What
don't
did it
know.
achieve?
I don't know. But I thought, well, I'm brave. I'm willing to play it broken if it is. Loaded it, it was fine. But the update has changed something because I can't quite remember what was going on, but it feels like it's kind of reloaded me in a place that I don't remember being at. Anyway, before the update, I'd got myself a little bit stuck where I couldn't ever actually progress. My hull damage was up, and I was only ever like really two moves away from an enemy encounter. So, and these enemies every single time were completely destroying me. So it's like, right, okay, I've got to do something completely different. So I went back into this save after the update, and I've just decided to come back, which is damage crew morale because they want to feel like they're moving forward, not going back. So that did upset them, and
Looks like you're more upset, to be honest.
I feel a bit upset because when I first started playing the game, I'd had like a really like good like turn of success with it, and then it was like I turned it off, picked it up, and it had gone like the game had suddenly decided completely hated me and wouldn't allow me to enjoy it the way I was, wouldn't allow me to progress, wouldn't allow me to regress. killed me at every moment. And I'll be honest, I was very close to just starting again or deleting it. Anyway, I got a little bit lucky and I've kind of found a bit of a path forward. But yeah, I've gone from feeling fully stocked to having my back against the wall and not knowing quite what to do. So yeah, more news to follow of that,
Oh,
no
George, I
doubt.
want to give you a cuddle, mate. It seems to set you back this week.
I wanted to be Indie King. I wanted to come back out strong this year. Like this year's Ponces were really a wake-up call, Scotty, if I'm honest.
The thing is, I feel like it's a bit of a double standard because obviously you had this big realization in 2026 that you need to leave these games behind and move on,
Mm.
and you've tripped up over the first hurdle of Star Trek. Apologies, geeks.
Star Rings.
Star Trek Voyager, and already you're like it's pulling you back in. You can't move on from it.
No, so basically, if I can't move forward here,
We're just stuck in a void.
I'm back
Where
on
are we?
PS2. Well,
It's like
I tell you,
Interstellar.
it is a bit. I'm screaming from between these Switch games, like, no, don't do it.
Shouting back at OG George. You're like, no, George, put down the Vita. We've got to move on. Yet current George, mean George, back in 2026, he's stuck on Star Trek Voyager. Marathon Gaming can't even pronounce it and keeps calling it Star Wars Requiem, and no one knows what's going on. God, the only
Make of
thing
that
holding
what
us
you
together
will.
at the minute is the Discord. That's the only thing keeping us going, I think.
Well, when I hit hard times there, I'll be pleased to let everybody know that comes here for modern day gaming that I fell back on the classic, now getting on for a decade old Switch port of Farming Simulator 17. Nothing fills me with more joy than setting that up on the side. Rachel's still
Okay.
very much deep into a hoarders binge. I've seen more people's feces and animal feces, food, all sorts ground into carpets on that program than I care to mention. It's it's
It's
flipping
quite
gross.
it's comforting though when you're feeling down. Sometimes I know it sounds a bit evil. Sometimes these things make yourself feel better. Do you know what I mean? You find a bit of sweet
Shall we
from it.
hoover or shall we put hoarders on to realise it's
Yeah,
not that
yeah,
bad?
yeah. And hold on a minute. The cat stinks. Oh, I did the cat litter 3 weeks ago. We could do it, or we could look at someone who's got more cats and more feces, and it's
Litter.
okay. Yeah.
That's
I'll just
basically what it's
sprinkle them
used for.
around. I'll just flip it upside down,
And I have my
like the
little
cool side on a pillow.
right. This is where we're at. I'm I'm relatively clean. I like to think hoarders makes me feel like I'm. What was that show? Kim and Aggie. Do you remember them?
No, but I'll do a Google while we're chatting.
Oh, yeah. Kim's your bird, or is it Aggie? Oh, I don't know.
Kim and Aggie. Oh, yes. Okay. What a great reference. How to clean your house on Channel 4. Do you know what? That is, I mean, you come out of a lot of George things because you are George, but that is the most George thing you've said today on this show by far. To pull a reference out of Kim Woodburn and Aggie Mackenzie.
Which is the
For a
one
nice,
with the beehive?
do you know what? Just have a look at the haircuts because we've really gone full circle. The one on the left looks more like Theo Von that's transitioning. I mean, it's strictly a mullet at the front. I don't know what it is at the back.
Which one's
Oh
got the
God.
beehive, mate?
Oh, that's Kim, I think.
No, is it?
Oh, I mean, I think they both might have a beehive
I think
now.
it might be time for the news, Sky, if I'm honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, I think so. I
We've
think so,
scoured the
mate.
very darkest regions of the internet because I'm sticking to the script at this point to bring you the latest stories. First up, uh, this is an emerging story, or it was earlier this week, but it's grown legs and teeth and bit its own face off. So, over on Push Square, the immortal Sammy Barker, rumor has it he's been alive for at least 4,000 years and cannot die. The only way he can be killed is if his head is decapitated from his body. He is Highlander. Anyway, he's decided. I tell you what, Scotty's had an allergic reaction to that Sammy joke. He's like, I
Oh,
don't want to. The lawyers said, I don't want a piece of Push Square, pal. Okay. Anyway, Sony apparently pulls the plug on PC ports of Saros, Ghosts of Yotai. No longer on the agenda. Have you heard about this, Scott? Are you pumped up and ready for this?
I'm definitely pumped up, but I don't think I'm ready.
Okay, well, as part of a wider story on Sony's decision to pull back PC ports of its single-player games, it seems planned versions of Saros and Ghost of Yotai have been scrapped. While the former isn't even out on PS5 yet and was likely up to a year away, it's possible Sucker Punch's sequel, which was originally released last year on the 2nd of October, may have launched on storefronts like Steam at some point after the summer. Citing sources familiar with the matter, Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier says PlayStation pulled the plug on all of their first-party ports within the last few weeks, so it's a relatively recent strategy change. We still don't know the reason behind this decision, but it sounds like sales haven't been meeting expectations and the platform holder wants to put its own hardware first. After all, exclusives exist to attract players to an ecosystem where the bulk of the manufacturer's money is made. Sony's been registering record revenues this generation, with the PS5 generating more money, and this is important, than all of its previous consoles combined. I just cannot get my head around that. That is outrageous, but that's all occurring within the boundary of its own walled garden, with its PC ports representing as little as 1.5% of its overall income since the strategy started in earnest. It means if you want to play Saros, Ghost of Yotai, or any other playing single games like Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophecy, or Marvel's Wolverine, you're going to need a PS5 to do so. So, sounds like the era of the exclusives is back.
I thought, to be honest with you, I played Ghost of Tsushima, or Satsuma as I called it on a YouTube video a long
Yeah,
time ago. I
yeah,
didn't actually play Ghost of Yotai because I was I wasn't as excited for it when I went straight to it. Basically, I was fed a lie from a friend. He told me it's Dead by Daylight with katanas, and I fell for it. And not a bad analogy.
no.
But yeah, I played a bit of it. I didn't get too involved, but I thought the hype of Ghost of Yotai, I thought that it went a bit under the radar and didn't do as well. But just having a little quick Google, apparently that really outsold Ghost of Tsushima. I didn't actually know that. Over 3.3 million copies within its first month of release. I didn't know at all.
Well done for bringing those stats in because I think that's important. It's a question I've been asking myself, but too lazy to Google. Because Ghost of Tsushima was framed up as critical success, sales success, was really pushed. Ghost of Yotai didn't seem to have the same momentum when it landed. Now, review
No, it dropped
wise,
off quick,
critically
I think.
received well,
Yeah.
but and then drops off the radar. Yet we look how many people have bought it and are playing it, and it's millions.
Do you know what I think's happened? And I might have to do a bit of digging. I think the first game was so well and it got really hyped up. I feel like everyone brought it. And then I'm wondering if after the first month it really dropped off. Let me see if I can find out how the projection
Well,
went after that quarter.
what I
Let's have a
was going
look.
to say is I have got Ghost of Yotai. I haven't put it on because my wife wants to enjoy it, but also I need to play through the first one. And it's a big game.
Yeah, they're still saying it's been a significant driver in as of February in quarter three. So yeah, I'm not really quite sure what the
I think they're saying sales
maybe
success,
PC. Yeah, maybe
PC
just
sales success,
yes.
yeah. But
I think
to your
yeah.
wider point, I do think Ghost of Yotai's not been pushed, or if it was pushed, it's not landed or maybe hit the socials as much. Maybe that means just for a change, people got off the socials and they're still playing Ghost of Yotai in this little bubble of enjoyment, and they haven't resurfaced for air. But I think it's an interesting pivot to
It
pull the
feels like
PC.
a PS5 game, doesn't it? Do you not think? To me,
What Ghost of
that's
Yotai?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got the gravitas. It feels solid. It's certainly got everything going on to justify it. Um, I think, the PS5 this has been mismanaged in terms of its release, the way it shouldered the PS4 as long as it did, as it sucked some of the enthusiasm out of the brand. I think it has. You know, for the first 2, 3 years of owning the console, you didn't feel like you're the white hot edge of gaming. You paid for a front row seat, but you were getting a second row vision. So yeah, very odd. But here we are, turning back to the exclusivity thing. Obviously, Nintendo have always been exclusive, bar some dalliances with various different uh, experiments along the way. I'm looking at you, Philips CDI. But Xbox has recently decided to put its games everywhere. Obviously, the new head of Xbox coming in a couple of weeks ago saying, yeah, that's kind of the plan until it's not the plan. Um, she's also leaning back towards more console exclusivity. Is this a sign of the good times returning, Scott, or do you feel you would prefer a world where you could kick back on your PS5 and play Mario 5000, and inversely so jump on the train, no, jump in your self-driving car, and while you're sat there being driven up the B17, you're sat in the back playing the latest Horizon game on your Switch 2?
Well, I'd like to say all we have is to be optimistic. All we can have is we can hope, can't we? So I would like to say yes. Whether that's a true reality, I don't know because, well, I think to be honest with you, we've got more chance of playing Mario 500 on a PS5 than we have at GTA 6 at this point. But I would love for exclusive to be back. But I mean, that is something I think even the algorithm of sales. I don't think anyone knows with the tops and changes and how many devastating blows there are to the gaming industry and what each system is doing. You can't tell. Every week we're presented with some big news story of what's happening, with Xbox or whatnot, and is are we having exclusive games? Are we not? Are they doing deals? And some studios closing down or folding to focus on lesser studios, and then you get a big indie game out of nowhere. I just think it's just really not in a negative way, in a positive way. It's very uncertain times. And I don't mean that negative way. I mean, possibilities are endless. You don't know what is going to be the big game and what could save a studio, what studios could birth out of nowhere, what deals could become exclusive. You really don't know. I mean, what was that massive indie game we had in the Ponzi's last year? Even I played it. The RPG,
Player
which
Obscura.
sort of yes. So like no one even knew about that. It only takes a few of those to come out and save a system or a studio.
That's true.
Just
Yeah.
you don't. I mean, what do we know? What do we know? We can only speculate, and it's good to talk about
Well,
it. But
mate, I like your take on it. Well, let me give you this. This is a little shot in the arm, quick bit of news, in and out, a little bit like a night with me. Um, this is Liam Croft, the man who on weekends dresses as a small Welsh hare, just to get closer to the rare animal, so you can picture it in its natural environment. That's his other hobby other than PlayStation. He's gone and got this piece of news. Assassin's Creed Unity PS5 60 FPS patch out now. I like this game, and to see it get a little bit of a modern lick of something is great. So Ubisoft has now confirmed 60 frames per second for Assassin's Creed Unity is available to download now on PS5, Xbox Series S and X. Take down aristocracy with increased frame rate on consoles. It said on social media, Assassin's Creed Unity 60 FPS update is now available on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. So that's another one of those games that they've fettled and tweaked. Have you ever played that Assassin's Creed, Scotty? Or was that in your dark ages?
no, but it's funny you said that because there's a game I've been meaning to play for ages on the
Yeah.
Switch 2, which is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't
Oh,
know if I've
yeah.
mentioned it before, but basically, I've got a friend of mine this called Mr. Easy Man. He used to be on YouTube. He no longer is anymore. I met him in Nottingham one time at a gaming fair. Lovely, lovely guy. And he has played. He's hilarious. Every time he pops in the Discord, he's just to tell everyone how great Assassin's Creed Shadows is. And he's done so many hours on it. And I have to, I've said, look, I will honor it and I will play that version. So I think
Hey,
that
would
would
that
be,
would that then be the best looking game on Switch 2? Would
well, I
that
don't
beat
know.
Requiem?
Unlikely, I'll be honest with you, but I will give it a completely different style, I think, isn't it? But
Well, yeah.
it's a good shout. It's a good shout. I will get back to you because
Well,
I feel
presumably
like,
it's going to look a little closer to Outlaws, so it's got this big open world.
yeah. But I think
Talk to me,
I
brother.
don't. Yeah, I haven't played. I've jumped in a little bit of Assassin's Creed games. I know there's some that people like more than others, but there's such a big a bit like the Yakuza games. There's sort of so many, and like there's some that stand out, like Black Flag, and they're the games you always find at a boot sale really cheap. I have many of them, but I've played, and I played a lot of them, but a very little amount, just to see what their life experience them. But I haven't stuck with one and just sat through it for like a good 10 hours or plus.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to dedicate Shadows to it. But it's interesting that come up in the news this week for more
I
Assassin's Creed fans.
I forced myself to play through them concurrently all the way through, and I got
Did you
to.
really? It's very impressive, mate.
Thanks. During COVID, it was. Talked about it on the show. Always liked one. Raced through two, and it's two attached games. Really enjoyed those. Three blew me away because I was going through and seeing the graphical upgrades as they were happening as well. So it was like, whoa. Three was like, wow, that was a real high point for me. The story was good. The bait and switch was amazing.
How many hours a day were you doing if this was COVID? So I'm picturing you like what sits in a bowl
Mate,
in
I
your
was
pants.
barely, listen, I barely got furloughed. So I had to work all day.
Okay.
And then at like 5 o'clock, maybe six, shut laptop down, pick up controller, and then I'd play until I fell asleep. So, yeah,
Dreams.
not quite the COVID dream that maybe most people thought I might be living. But yeah, Assassin's Creed at nighttime was what was getting me through. Uh, and I got up to, I did four, I did Rogue, I did Unity, and then Syndicate. I was like, nah, I'm done. And that was the one I was excited to play. And by the time I got there, I was just so tapped out of
To
all
not
things.
burn out and get that far, mate, that is really good. And to get that experience. And I always think it was like the Yakuza, for example. And I jumped in Yakuza Zero and I think, oh, I'm going to play all of them and I'm going to get a good experience. But you do get a bit burnt out sometimes having a similar genre back to back,
Oh, I'm having a
especially,
big Yakuza
yeah,
break right now.
yeah.
The last one I kind of forced myself through, and it's like, now, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You shouldn't have done that. You should have just saved it, played something else. I don't.
Because
And then
that
you
even had
leave.
an up. I was just going to say, sorry, they had actually an update I saw last week. They said on a Yakuza game where it came up on my algorithm because apparently, you can go in arcades and play like Space Harrier.
Yeah,
Apparently, you could play some Game Gear games in the Yakuza world, and I was like, hold on, they're trying to rope Scotty in here.
yeah. Is that not the updated version of Yakuza 3? So
Probably,
Yakuza
yeah,
Kiwami 3, I think on the island you get a Game Gear. And I was intrigued about this. I think I might have mentioned it on the show, and I think we kind of pointed it in your direction, but I love the idea of walking around the island then pressing this button. He sits down
yeah,
wherever it is and he gets his Game Gear out. I have a funny feeling though, like, when you do play the arcade games in Yakuza and whatnot, it kind of just sort of emulates up the whole video screen in front of you, so you don't see people walking around in the background of the arcade. What I really want
yeah,
is you to be able to sit down on the beach and you can see people walking around while you're playing
yeah.
God knows what on the Game Gear. But it's cool to see the Game Gear getting some love though, mate. I know you enjoy it. I've always enjoyed it. It is better than the Game Boy.
It was very powerful.
But the
It was
battery
incredibly powerful.
issue created what I would call like a negative feedback loop.
Mm.
So you were never, and well, don't get that batteries. Like, how often do you get through batteries on your one, or did you mod yours, or
Oh
have I
no,
dreamt that?
mine is modded so much it might as well be. I don't know. It's basically a Sega Nomad at this point. It's got all the bells and whistles. It can do 32x games and all sorts. But
Hey, correct me
I
if
mean,
I'm
even
wrong. Can you get
yeah.
a? You can get a Master System adapter for the Game Gear, can't you?
Have I got a master? I can't say I'm picturing my accessories. I don't feel like I have that, mate. To be honest, a
I'm
master
pretty
system
sure the
adapter.
Game Gear did one because they were pretty similar architecture, and this converter allowed you to take your Master System games on the go.
Oh, I'll take your word for that one.
Get all over that. Messaging, this will be one of those moments where I get my pants pulled down live
Yeah,
on air, and it's like that never existed, George. I don't know what you're
we,
doing
we, ha- we
there.
have a community correction every week, so it's good to keep it going anyway. Even the Atari, well, we touched back to, I know you talked about Yakuza there, but even like Atari Lynx, like that was a really powerful
Yeah, It was.
system. I think that was 16-bit. Was it 16-bit? That was a
I think that
powerful.
was a 16-bit. And
That
what
was a
was cool
like.
about that was it was toteable
Yeah.
because you could flick it up on its end and use it like a
Yeah,
Game
yeah, yeah. You could
Boy.
use it. Yeah, yeah. Like some of them Japanese arcade cabs. You could literally
Yeah,
portrait
and
landscape.
it was one of the only machines that was ambidextrous as well because you could flip it.
Yes, that's odd because
So,
I am a man of left-handed, right-handed, left foot. Willie,
mate,
I
I
do get
think
involved.
sell all the Game Gear stuff now, burn it, get rid of it, sacrifice it, get yourself a Lynx.
Well, I've already been on the links journey. I already covered top about a year or two ago. I did the best games in the links,
Mate,
but
wait,
it's quite a small library.
did you get the full library?
Well, what I did. I got sent the guy that modded my Game Gear. He was repairing some links for people. Probably a bit cheeky me saying this, and he basically sent me someone. He sent me someone's links, and he went, "I've put a chip in it. It's got every game. You've got 7 days to do a video on it and send it back." And I went through every game and I played them all. Blue Lightning was very impressive. There was a
Yeah, that
turbo
is
sub
cool.
that was good. There was a game that was a bit like Twisted Metal. It was really good. Get an
I know
American game in
nothing about this
archive.
video.
Oh, mate, it was there. It was there. It got 4 views. No, it's out on the YouTube. It's
No, they got millions of views. To be
got
fair,
millions.
if I'd have known that you'd done a Lynx video, mate, I'd have been all over that.
I'll send it to you. It's a good vid.
Okay, well, I've saved this last bit of news as a little treat for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's have it.
So this week, I met a gentleman called Gavin Lane underneath some arches in London. You know, the place where
Ooh.
dodgy deals get done. And on a scrawled up piece of chip paper, he wrote this: PlayStation indie hit Kenner, Bridges Spirits, is headed to Switch 2. Back in 2021, you may recall the release of Ember Lab's celebrated Kenner Bridges Spirits on PS5. Perhaps you even played it on Sony's console or PC. This lovely looking indie adventure was snapped up by PlayStation in timed exclusivity deals on consoles until it came to Xbox in 2024. And it's coming to Switch 2 this spring. Now, my wife has been playing a bit of Kenner. The Switch 2 version will come with the Anniversary DLC and new Game Plus mode unlocked. You can check out a reveal trailer over on YouTube. If you're not familiar with Kenner, it's a puzzly action-adventure affair where you play the eponymous spirit guide seeking to restore her village to its former glory. It took home several gongs in its release last year, including Best Independent Game and Best Debut Indie Game at the Jeff Awards 2021. So if this
Did
one
it take a
passed you by,
Ponzi?
no.
Not interested. Can't be that good.
It did. It got a Ponzi. Oh, it's definitely got a Stingray's boot sticker. This one. So there you go. So the details, just some more details. You're going to get a spirit guide, trials, Kenner outfits, accessibility features, the aforementioned new plus game. Push Square gave the game a 7 out of 10 when it came out, which by our reckoning is probably game of the year. The wonderful visuals they praised and the music leaves a strong impression while the gameplay is simple but enjoyable. It's currently got a Metacritic of 81 or 82. If you're looking for another Nintendo connection to make you feel slightly more at ease with your Nintendo obsession, Ember Labs were responsible for the exquisite Majora's Mask inspired short Terrible Fate back in 2016, if you remember that. That's a brand of spirit infused into Kenner, so it's definitely worth your attention if you're a fan of Ninty's classic. It was the studio's debut game, and the team is currently working on a sequel, Kenner Scars of Kimura, due out on PS5 this year. No word of whether that's moving across to the Switch 2, of course. It was one of the highlights of the last PlayStation State of Play, Scott, if you saw that. So, you're a Switch 2 fanatic. You have a whole YouTube channel called Marathon Gaming dedicated to your love of Switch and other consoles, like the links that we mentioned in the Game Gear, etc. Are you pumped and hyped for a game of this caliber to appear on the Switch 2?
George, I had no idea about this Ken Bruce puzzler. I did not know.
Hey, I'm the king of
The
news,
fact
mate.
that, listen, I think Rachel should be on here because she's already been playing it.
Oh, yeah, Yeah.
So is it sponsored by Ken Bruce or it's just called Kenner?
It's
Is he
Ken
on the
Bruce of
box art?
Popmaster fame. Is that who
Is
you mean?
yeah, yeah? Is he on the box art?
No, he's
No, he's
not.
not.
It's
Damn
a
it!
young teen girl, I should imagine.
I know
With
very
a
little, but puzzle games are my kryptonite, and it's the reason why I can only play 55 minutes of every Tomb Raider. I have
No, it's not like that. You'd like it,
no,
to be fair. Yeah,
yeah.
you would.
What sort of puzzles are we talking? Are we talking snakes and ladders, or are we talking full on Catan? What are
I
we
think you
talking?
own this on PS5, Sky.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I do. Have you got PS Premium?
I made some cutbacks. I did, and I think I have got rid of it. I
Have
think I
you? How
did
long
it. I
have
think
you
in the new
had
year.
PS? How long have you had any form of PS Plus for?
Hold on, is this like Astrobot where you're going to rock my world and tell me the game's already downloaded?
No, I don't think I can tell you that. No.
Is this like what was that album that we all got on Spotify and the whole world went crazy? It was like we don't want no you two.
Yeah, it was you too. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
get out of my phone. Get out of here, Kenner. We don't
Downloaded
want you.
itself on Apple Music or something, didn't it? On
Yeah,
everyone's phone. Yeah, absolute
the
garbage.
cheek of it.
I think they made a lot of money out of
I think they did on the amount of data that got deleted.
that.
I think they had shares in the cloud. It was very clever
Um,
tactical.
where were we? Kenner. Yeah, I think you'll
Yeah.
like it. I think you'll like that. And I think that you might have it if you've had PS Plus. I think within the last
Yeah.
maybe 12 to 18 months to give it away as one of the monthly games.
How are we spelling Kenner?
Kena.
Oh, let me see. Do I know what Kenner is? Oh, I've seen her.
Yeah.
I've seen her. Does look very Horizon,
If you
Breath of the
don't own,
Wild, or
yeah,
yeah,
it's more classic Zelda
yeah.
meets
Okay.
my first Demon Souls.
Looks like it could run on a 3DS. To be fair, because there's quite a few good Zelda games on the 3DS.
It's pretty graphically intense.
Is
I'm
that the
quite
recommendation of the week? Would you say?
what to get that on PS5?
Or the Portal? That'd be good on there.
Yeah, to be honest, it does look pretty good on the Portal. I've played it on there. Rachel's been enjoying it, but the combat is brutal, to be fair. For what's dressed up as a kiddies game.
Yeah.
Get ready to bring big boy trousers.
Oh, what is
Yeah.
sort of combat is it? It's not like dodging and rolling, is it? We're not souls.
Oh, it is exactly that.
Oh, I'm not interested. I can't be dealing with it. I've just, I want to enjoy a game. And do you know what my own fault is? Even when I started Resident Evil,
No, calm
offered,
down,
it
slow
offered me an
down.
easy. No, no, no. I'm angry here. I don't want to click on. I don't want to click on easy mode. Yeah, I'm a grown man. I've been
It's
playing games
shameful,
my
isn't
whole
it? It's
life.
shameful.
It's shameful. However, I play the game, I get murdered 2 steps in, and I think, Scott, just put it on easy. No one's watching you. No one's going to know you've put it on easy mode. So I go on medium or whatever the recommended setting is, and I get owned like a newborn pup that's come sliding out of his mother, grabbed the nearest unofficial controller he could find, and he can't even find the X button. That's what it feels like.
I do think a lot of modern games do feel straight out the box very tough because they're following a leveling system. I found this when I first played Ghost of Tsushima. I was like, my God, I feel a bit intimidated by this game. I feel like I'm getting
Yeah.
absolutely owned in every single sword fight, or I'm like literally scrapping for my life in every single time. I thought, I do not want this. This is too much. Anyway, got a few unlocks and a few skill points, and the game just flipped on its head, and then you tear away. And it does make you suffer sometimes through the lower leveled bits, so that when you start, you can feel that progression.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have
Me and
struggled with that.
speaking of sword fighting, me and RGT did a lot of sword fighting in Bristol. It turns out
Really?
they position the urinals very close together.
Oh,
That's
did
why
you
he's not
have
on the
to leave
show.
in?
He's got an open wound that he's being nursed for at the minute. That's
Oh, I
why he's not
thought you
here
were going to
today.
tell me that his bladder ruptured because every time he went in the urinals, you were there. He couldn't wee wee.
No, that did not happen. I just pictured his face then, all upset.
crying
I can help you.
outside. Don's like stroking his hair. Like she comes over
Yeah.
to you in a private moment. She's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Kill me for saying this, but next time you see RGT head into the bathroom, could you just hang back a little bit?"
Oh, what a weekend, George. I wish you was there. It was so good.
How good? Scale of 1 to 10. Rate
Can I be
Bristol
honest?
gaming market.
I'll be very honest with you. Me and Ed were calling it the new Blackpool. So we go to everything, and I've been to a lot of events. And I will always say it's what you make of them. So you want to choose an expo, not a market, because markets are just games to buy. You want to meet indie developers. You want to play games, test games. You want there to be talks on. There's something for everyone. Now, I've been to
Yeah.
some of these before, and I've been done in an hour or two. Yeah, if you're on your own or you're with someone. But if you just if it's a Saturday rather than a Sunday, go up on a Friday, stay over, just tell everyone, look, Pinham, this is the hotel. If anyone can come at the night before, and you'll be surprised. And it was more the social of it. Like the event was so good. I was the last one out of all of us who left that event on a Saturday. I was running the clock down, and I had such a good time. And I spent so much time just speaking with so many amazing people, playing some indie games, and I had some real shocks. I mean, I think, George, when I first appeared on the show, I was saying some hidden gems, and I talked about a game called Nippon Marathon. I think Seb knew of it. It's an indie game. You know about this, Nippon Marathon. I met the developers of that, and they're making
Mate, I
Nippon
know
Marathon
nothing
2.
about it,
Right,
but
okay.
you know how immature I am.
Yeah, okay. You're thinking of nipples, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, Nippon Marathon for retro game is amazing.
And you
It's
ever said
basically
that phrase you before in a different context?
No, I'm not sure the pronunciation of Nippon. I think it's just Nippon, is it? Nippon. We obviously say
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
Let's call
Have
it
you ever put a
Japan Marathon.
t-shirt on, looked in the mirror and gone, "Oh, crikey, I've got a nip on."
I've got a nip, and I haven't. That might be a northern thing.
It must be. What do you say if you look down and you see that your nipples are sticking out?
You just say I cut glass with those normally.
Oh,
That's probably what we
right.
say.
This
Yeah,
is
that's probably
copy
what we say.
rhyming slang, mate. I ain't
It
got a
is,
clue
yeah.
what's going on. Yeah, we just
That's it, mate.
got bloody nip on. And you're like, "Well, I've got my old brown trousers, old bag of straw." Like, what the hell's happening? Well, I've got a nip on, as you would call it. Oh, right, okay.
I'll tell you what, some of the slang is hilarious. I remember being with my mate in the pub and he was like, "Oh, my dogs are barking." I was like, "You what?" He started taking his shoes off. And I was like, "I thought it was great." Turns out when your feet hurt, you say your dogs are barking. It's just
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
no matter
Yeah,
how
I've
no matter how long I've lived out here, I still seem to learn something new every week.
Tell me about the
Nippon.
Nippon Marathon.
So Nippon's a bit like Fall Guys. So it's a salt course game, and
Yes.
it's very very good because it allows. It doesn't matter if you're at the front. A bit like Mario Kart, it will help you out. Now, what's great about the game is I'm going to describe this game to you, George. You've got to get it. It's like £6 physical at CEX. And it's made by a couple. I met them. I had no idea there was a small studio like that. Onion Games, I believe, British couple. So as soon as you're off the screen, you're off the screen, and whoever gets a furthest, like Micro Machines back in the day.
Yeah.
So that's how the multiplayer works. That's how it works. And what was just, I played the game and I was remembering all the things of the first one. I said, this is here. I said, is this your guys' game? He goes, yeah, me and my wife made it. And I was saying all the things about the first game, and I said, look, I played it as a single player experience. I said, I haven't got a lot of friends. Obviously, at the time we was playing it all 4-player multiplayer. And I said, I rinsed the game and there wasn't so much I can do. I said, I enjoyed the fact that you'd love it, George. Between the races, a bit like, what's the wrestling game you absolutely love? The indie game, Wrestling Empire?
Yeah.
So between races, you can choose to be like babyface or heel, and you can answer questions that the journalists like or don't like, that which will affect things like popularity. You'll be getting booed while you're winning. Like, it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh,
and I was saying things, yeah. And then I was talking to them, and then what I was really impressed with, they was like, oh, so if we put the game online so you could play like co-op, would that be good? And they were making notes off of what I was saying. And I was just like, wow. So I joined their Discord. They're lovely people. Got a picture of them. I brought us all over. It was really, really good. And yeah, tried to give them just a little bit of exposure. Nippon Marathon. And the reason why I found it, right? And they said, oh, they put a lot of effort into it. I think they said they made a bit of a loss on the physical, but they tried to get it out there, hoping that one of the big publishers pick it up or whatnot. But yeah, it did well digital. And the reason why I found the game is I said, look, I told them, look, I said, I've got a fairly mediocre, modest size gaming channel called Marathon Gaming. I've also got a big passion for running. I said once in a blue moon, I type in marathon just on the eShop to see if someone's made a running game because they never have. And I said Nippon Marathon come up, and I was like, that will do. And they literally laughed. They was like, that's the strangest story we've ever heard of someone finding our game. And then they called security. I was like, get this guy away from us.
Are there any running games? Because you're right, we don't have any. But how would they work, Scotty? If someone said to me today, design a running game, I'd be like, oh, crikey, I don't know what part of the running experience you want me to get right.
And as Alan Sugar says, you sell what smells, and that's probably why we've never had a running game. And I'll tell you what else I just want to say. Just one little heads up for the indie guys out there, one for Seb. There was a game called Xenocrisis, which came out for Bitmap Games on everything, right? Amazing game. Now, big shout here. I don't want to upset the developers. I found a game that's better than it. So I was with my friend on a retro tip, and he said, Scott, I've got a friend here who's working the game, and he says it's going to blow you away. And then RGT overheard. He's I've played it. It's over there. We went and found him. Pete introduced me. It's called Crisis Island, and I'll feature it in my YouTube video when I can't show you on camera. Sorry. And anyway, this game, mate, is absolutely amazing. And my God, were we good at it? The difficulty was just right. The music, it was similar. You know that sort of two trigger sort of system, like with a firing. What's the game I'm thinking of? Is it TV? Something Smash TV? Similar format to that.
Mate. Yeah.
But it just felt like such a better game than Xenocrisis. And don't get me wrong, that's a great game. But I found it too hard unless you co-opt. It was really aimed towards you needed a buddy. Whereas
even
this
Smash
was
TV was really.
Yeah. And we got all the way.
I think I've got that on Game Gear, you know.
Oh yeah, it's on there. But it's great in the arcade. A bit like Gauntlet. You can play it like 4-player.
Well, you can.
But yeah, that's just a great game. So one we'll hopefully talk about in the future. And who knows, we could get the developers of these guys on the show at a later date, which might be exciting. But yeah, it was very, very exciting, Bristol. Just everything about Mags was there. I've got so many photos, mate.
Was he?
Yeah, and he was telling us about, I don't want to give any spoilers, but obviously he was letting me and RGT know the inside gossip, but I'll leave that for his show. But yeah, it was just, honestly, mate, other than Blackpool, I always say if you can go to one event, go to Blackpool. And what I said to Ed is Retro Ed UK, or as Seb pronounced it, Retroid UK. That cracked me up last. Yeah,
Retro.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I said, look, what we should start doing, whenever we go to an event, we'll just put it out there. And if it's just me and you, Ed, that's fine. We have a good laugh. And I said, you know what it's like? People come, it creates momentum. And on the Friday and Saturday, we went out for dinner and drinks. And there was a good, dozen of us. And it was just such a good laugh, getting everyone together. And yeah, it was really, really, really good. It was a great time, mate. And I wish you was there. And anyone who felt like they missed out, we're going to try and do it again for OOL at Norwich. Then after that, I believe that's in April. And then in May, we're going to try and do the Kong Off, which is in Bury, Manchester Arcade Club. I'm sure there'll be lots. So we're just
that's like our spiritual home, that place, isn't it?
Oh, we've been there so many times. That's where me and you slid into each other's DMs and played a bit of what was that racing game that we all played? It was that
Outrun.
Oh my God, that was romantic, wasn't it? Us three playing that, me, you, and RGT.
The rubber band
and Pirate Pete on the end
in those 4 cars that we had was magical. We all shared first at one point in time. It was so good, mate.
I don't want to blow our own trumpet, but we looked like we did a podcast at that point. We looked like we were good.
We did. Yeah. I got scuppered like half mile from the end, though, didn't I?
Oh, mate, I was playing with you two the whole time. I had Outrun 2 SP in my local arcade, and I reckon if I'd saved the pound coins in there, let's be honest, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. I'll be retired on a beach somewhere, or playing my Game Gear in Yakuza.
So you were playing with me like a cat plays with a ball of yarn.
Oh, yeah, it was like Tom and Jerry.
Oh, how embarrassing. Okay. Well, have you got any more news, or we're going to slide into some housekeeping?
Before we go into some housekeeping, I just thought it's cool. We're in a new month. It's going to be heading into the second week of March by the time this drops. I thought it might
Hang on a minute. What we got here? Scott Ray.
What's that?
Once a month, you got to come on the show, mate, and be
Oh,
Scott
I thought I accidentally shared the screen. Then I started worrying what tabs I had open. Mumsy's left it open. Right, let's just
Oh,
cover some
Mumsy's
games.
left open,
Oh,
really? Yeah.
that old chestnut. Um, oh God! Thank God the Epstein files didn't get leaked this week. That's all I'm saying. I was at a Diddy party that day. Right, Blueprints is came out March 3rd on the Switch
Yeah,
2.
part
I'll
of the
run
indie
through these.
showcase over on
Yep.
Nintendo. So nice to see Blueprints getting shared. Have you played that?
I haven't, mate. I haven't, but there is a game I want to talk to about what I hope to play, and it's a
Okay.
throwback to an old episode that me and you talked about a year ago, and the game got delayed, and it's out, and it's on sale, and I can't wait to tell you because me and you are going to explode in happiness.
Oh, okay. Pumped.
Legacy of Kain, Defiance Remastered.
Yeah,
Come out
that
March
was
3rd. So
in the
we've got
PS showcase, I think, as well.
yeah, PS5, Switch, Xbox, and PC. This one's
Yeah.
Switch 1 and 2 only, mini shoot adventures. Some of these will be, probably eShop lost nonsense games, but I will
Yeah.
stick with it. Rockwood, March 3rd on Switch 2. Scott Pilgrim X,
That
March
was in
3rd,
the indie showcase,
PS5.
wasn't it? That got some hype.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, the last game done very well. That's on Switch, Xbox, PC, and PS5. We have, I'm going to ignore that one. That's a silly one. Obviously, a big one you guys have been talking about, Marathon. And I'm starting to find that I'm getting random subscribers on YouTube because I think people think that I own the game or something.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, I'll get a lot
You're
of
set
traffic
to
also.
explode.
Oh, yeah. Everyone types in Marathon, and just pictures of me just come up all over the country searching for retro games. They're like, this isn't what we've ordered. We've got Docked that came out March 5th, PS5, Xbox, and PC.
That should have been on
almost up
Switch 2, and it's like a dock simulator where you just literally drop the Switch in.
a demo. They're like, what was that Switch 2 demo they charged us to? That was
Oh, like a
outrageous.
Nintendo World, wasn't it? Where
Oh,
you
I
kind of like,
can't believe
welcome to the Switch 2 or something.
I don't know what's worse, that or giving us every language version of Fire Red for an emulator. I really don't know what's more of a crime. We've got Never Grave, The Witch and the Curse, which is on PS5, Switch, and PC. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, also on PS5 and 4.
That's
Xbox,
reviewing
Switch.
really well. That's coming out on Switch 2.
Here's one which I'm going to try and get, but spent a lot of money on the physical this week with Resident Evil, but I'll hopefully play it for the next show. Pokemon Pocopia, which looks like a sort of Animal Crossing farming type
Now,
game.
OG picked this up for his Spawn recently, and he said it's actually pretty good.
Spawn is in the 90s superhero, or is in his offspring?
Well, it's the latter, but I think I want to go with the former. So, yeah, the 90s superhero.
Do you remember that film? It was great, wasn't it?
It was.
Ratcheta DX, Atheus on March 6th PC. So we're
Rewind. Are you going to get Pocopia? Because that's your cup of tea.
Yes, I will do. Can I be honest with you, George? There's one other game.
Don't be honest.
Okay, I will. So basically, in my wish list, a bit embarrassing, but I love Disney, right? There's a game called Dreamlight Valley, which is like a farming live
I've fingered
sim.
it so many times, mate. I've gone and watched the trailer so many times. Will it look like that on Switch?
I know. I can play on something else. Basically, I'm waiting for a good deal on it, but I know if I play Pokemon Pocopia, then I will be delaying playing Dreamlight Valley, and it's been out about 5 years. Like, when am I going to play it?
Have you bought it or not?
No, not yet. I will do, mate. I will be something. I'll play the Pokemon game, I think, for... we should get me and OG Tom on it, and we can say who's more of a fanboy. We have got The Bearer and the Last Flame, March 6th, PS5, PC. We've got Timberbone, March 6th. Also, what me and RGT had when we stayed in the same hotel in the morning. Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly Remake. Now
you're not allowed to get that with him if you get that with me.
Hey, you weren't there.
Wow.
Hey, George, we're still live on the show. We'll talk about it after. Right. Ghost of Yotai Legends DLC. You've obviously covered this earlier. March 10th.
Yeah.
PS5. Unsealed the Mayor. March 10th. PS5, Xbox, PC.
So that's the Ghost of Yotai multiplayer DLC finding its way out. That's great.
It's finding its way there. It's found its way there. I'm going to rush through a few because I want to get to some big ones. And one of them you're going to slow me right down. I'm going to try and skip over it and see if you notice. Greed for the Dying World, March 12th. PS5, Xbox, and PC. We've also got John Carpenter's. Exciting. Is John Carpenter the guy that done... Is it The Thing?
Yeah.
Did he do The Thing?
And did he
Toxic
not do
Commando.
Halloween? Oh, wow.
I did not know about this dropping. March 12th, PS5, Xbox, and PC. There's one to look out for.
Yeah, it's a 2D side-scroller, isn't it?
Well, at the moment, I'm reading it in text format, so you can be my eyes on the visuals.
I think, from what I remember, that's a 2D side-scroller in the style of Power Rangers to the Turtles one that came out. What was that called? Oh, mate, help me out. I'm drowning here. Came out on Switch, PS5, Xbox. It was called anyway. That latest Turtles game. It's similar to that.
George, do you have any annual leave left? This is a personal question at work because you're going to need a day to a week off.
I have some leave available.
You need to book off March 12th because MLB The Show 26 comes out on PS5, Xbox, and Switch. But what's not Switch 2? What's that about?
I want it on
What
Switch
the
2.
hell?
I was hoping it was going to get a Switch 2 release. It hasn't. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Mate, how is a game on the PS5 and the Switch not on the Switch 2? That is... I get if it's on a Switch 2 and not on a Switch.
I'm going to rock your world here. I'm going to rock your world here. I might not buy it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, because you don't want to get lost in the sliders again, do you, for another year?
Not again. Although they slapped a trailer out, sliders have been tweaked, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, well, why's that going to reflect on the pictures game? I'll get it.
You'll get it.
And I'll get it on Switch as well.
Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflections, another Monster Hunters game that are really doing well. March 13th, that's on PS5, Switch 2, and Xbox and PC. WWE 2K26.
Yeah.
Now, this is tore me a little bit because that's March 13th. Not long, PS5, Switch 2, Xbox, and PC. The reason why I'm upset is I always buy the previous WWE game, like every other year. I don't buy every one because, unless you're interested in the story. Last one, I think, was Roman Reigns. This one's CM Punk. Now, I brought it tactically a month before the new one coming out, thinking the price had dropped. The day after I brought it, the game went down to like a tenner. And I've barely played it, and our new one's coming out, and that's upset me a bit. And I've got it on the PS5, but I don't know whether to get this on the Switch too. I'm not sure. But it's so expensive. There's so many versions. There's like an ultimate. Mate, some of them are £90.
One of them on Switch is 129.
Mate, if I'm paying £90, I want Brock Lesnar to come out through the wall, scream "oh yeah," and give me an F5 through the table. There's no way I'm paying that much money to play a game without meeting John Cena in person and getting him out of retirement.
Well, you could fake and make a wish. He'd turn up for that.
I'm going to leave that one there. Dead Saint Rogue, March 17th on Switch 2. Emotionless, The Last Ticket on March 17th, PS5 and Xbox. So we're well into March now. So these are games that are going to be coming out from this week's show and next week's show. Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, March 18th on Switch 2. Oh, here's a good one. Crimson Desert.
There's hype for that, yeah.
Oh, March 19th. Is this a remaster of the original or a new one? March 19th
no,
on
this is
PS5.
a totally new game.
Xbox and PC.
There's a lot of hype about this. There's some.
I thought that was an Xbox exclusive back in the day, was it not?
Not as far as I'm aware. This is a new game from a new developer. A lot of excitement about it. There's a bit of controversy because there's a lot of previews going on based on the graphical fidelity of the PC version. But no footage of the PS5 or the PS5 Pro version has been seen, and a few people are starting to chuck around the theorem that the PS5 version is going to be absolutely dreadful. But we will wait and see. Not long before we get a mitts on that. That's probably the next sort of tent pole on the horizon.
There's a few other games coming out on March 19th. On the PC, there's also Death Stranding 2 on the beach. And then we've got on the PS5 and Xbox and PC, Russian Beat X, Return of the Brawl Brothers.
Wow.
That could be one of two types of games, that one. Ariana and the Elder Codex. I don't know if that's a wicked spin-off. March 24th.
Yeah,
PS5
I was going to
Switch,
say that.
Xbox, Switch 1 and 2, that one. Oh, spoiler alert. Oh, George, it's happened. March 25th, Switch 2. Disney Dreamlight Valley Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Now,
Well, I never.
now, do you get the Switch 1 version now in the hope of an
No.
upgrade?
Oh, no, because I like the physical spines on a Switch 1 for a collector.
Oh, I
it's
didn't
white
realise it
text,
got a
red.
physical. Did this get a physical?
Oh, you wobbled me now. I'm assuming there's a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
What, is there a physical edition for the first one? I didn't think there was. I
Uh,
thought it was online only. I thought it was like a.
yeah, well, it's digital. I was looking for the first one, but I'm assuming this is a physical, but it might not be.
Well, people will no doubt correct us in the comments. So I'm
Yeah,
looking
let us
forward to
know,
hearing
guys.
that.
Get your pre-orders in Smiths, whether it exists or not. Ever Siege Untold Ages, March 26th, PC. Life is Strange, Reunion, March 26th, PS5, Xbox, and PC.
Nice.
The Midnight Walk comes out on Switch 2 on March 26th. There's a lot on March 26th. Also, Nova Roma on PC. And also Atomi Daoshi, Fighting for Love on Switch 2.
Wow.
On PS5, Xbox, and PC on March 26th, we have Project Songbird. We also, on the same systems, have a game called Screamer. Oh, isn't that the one that that's the racing game, that the indie game that I'm pretty sure
Seb was waffling about.
Yeah, it was like a cyberpunk. RGT's pre-ordered it, so that might be the pick of this bunch. Screamer, I'm sure that was a game.
RGT's pre-ordered it.
Yes, mate. He literally had pre-ordered it. And
A challenger has entered the ring. That's another hat in the ring for Indie King, is it?
Hey, George, I won't step on your toes, mate. I wouldn't do you a disservice.
Mate,
it's a triple threat match, mate. I'm a special guest referee. It's you.
No. By the Ponces, this will be a fatal four-way.
Hey, it's a ladder match, and it's going to be like Money in the Bank. I'm going to tie it up high. And
mate, no! I tell you what I played this weekend.
Go on.
I always play so much tat, and I forget to talk about it. Been playing WWE SmackDown versus Raw, the 2006 follow-up to Here Comes the Pain on PS2.
Oh, okay, that's just when it started to dip off, isn't it? When they went a bit.
The way when you play the season mode in that, and the stories, and the way you go for the title runs and everything, it's just the perfect game. Perfect game. Sorry.
That's a great recommendation, mate, because I always obviously enjoyed SmackDown. SmackDown 2 was such an improvement, but I didn't play the third one, and then I heard it all. That was a perfect game, and it went south from there. So it's good to.
Here Comes the Pain will do you right, mate. If you grab that and decide to play it, that's a sweet spot. Plus, it's got attitude eras. Give me more of these wonderful releases, my friend. How many are left?
Only half a dozen. Speaking of doing me right, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Ooh.
Meet up in Balabble Park, March 26th. I didn't make that up. That's a real game.
Are you going to get the physical version of that? Or are you just going to update your Switch 1 version of that? What are you going to do?
No, do you know what, mate? I'm not going to bother.
Oh.
I mean, at this point, Nintendo should be selling me games. They should be sending them in the post, digital download code to give away to the UCP. And they should be like, Scott, here's the game. Thank you for being a long-term supporter. But do you know what they do instead? They charge me for a Game Boy Advance game.
Well, you didn't have to buy it. Do you not own it on Game Boy Advance?
No. And I didn't, George, you know what, mate? I didn't buy it because I was outraged off of what you said in the podcast. It made me think. It made me think, do you know what? Screw them. I'm gonna play indie games. Our new challenger has entered. Right, Mega Man.
You got a great promo, mate. I'll give you that.
Mega Man Star Force Legacy Edition, March 27th on all systems. Legacy of Kain Ascendants, that's 2 in the same month. March 31st, PS5 only. Slay the Spire 2, that done very well, the first one. Early access, March 26th on PC. Then we go into April, so we'll save that. I'll save that, actually. Let's not go into that.
So I've got a question for you, Scott Ray. Which one of those ones are you going to take out the boot of your own boot?
Well, something for the long-term listeners of the show. If you're upset that there's no longer Stingray's boot, if you head over to the sister podcast, also known as Flashy B, but it's actually not called that. It's called Flashback, but that would have been a better choice, but we can't change the name. We're too deep into it. Check out Flashback and long live Stingray. That's all I will say. But if I was going into my own boot of my own Bentley, because God, I'm doing well.
Wow, look at you.
Oh, it's coming flying in. Do you know what, mate? I'm laying. It's not a mattress. It's just a load of $10 bills. I couldn't even think of a note. That's how poor I am. I
You want
don't
to
even know
see
if
the
they're in
money that's
circ-
coming in for the UCP, dude? It would make you sick.
Oh, I've seen the holes in your shirt, mate. Right, what
That's
have
where you
we
put your
got?
head in your arms.
I think I'll do Disney Dreamlight Valley, mate, because I really want to get into that, George. But saying that, Screamer, yeah, Screamer and Disney Dreamlight Valley. If I can have two, is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I tell you what, then. I'm going to take MLB because I'm contractually
No, no,
obliged.
no, no. Tell me what your boot looks like. What's in there? What else is in a boot?
Oh, okay. So, of your boot,
No, no, get out my boot. Get in your own boot.
I ain't got any games in here. So that's why I thought I was looking in your boot. So I've looked in your boot,
Okay.
and
There's a lot.
I'm
There's a lot of
seeing the
crumbs.
life of a man on the road. I'll be honest with you. I look in the back. There's a high vis vest. It's not for safety. It's because he needs it. Underneath that is a pile of literature and papers that don't look like they belong to a man of this celebrity nature, but they do. The box has been in probably several company cars to this point, so it's all ragged and the arse is hanging out of it, and
This
that
is so true
paperwork,
so far.
that paperwork that's meant to be presented is not presentable. A couple of years back, his mother-in-law bought him a zip-up folder, the little bit briefcasey
It's wondering where you was going. It's wondering where you was going with that.
that
I
he's
can't
meant
believe you're
that
you're
he's meant
describing. Sorry, go on, go on. It's
to
killing me.
present to clients. That was the initial idea, and now it's just something that floats around in his boot that lets him rest his frozens on when he's been for a big shop at Tesco or Asda. Um, what else he's got in there? I don't know. Probably a
I
couple of
can't believe
empty
you're.
Whisper Golds.
I can't believe you're overlooking the fact that OG Tom's duct taped and gagged in the corner of the boot. You're not even going to save him.
To be fair, mate, with a couple of insertions that I noticed, I thought he was there willingly.
He's smiling.
How can you tell if someone's smiling when their head's wrapped in gaffer tape? His cheeks. It's his cheeks. I can see his cheeks.
Right, MLB. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, and I want to get on it because I've been. Listen, mate, for a grown man, I've spent far too long watching the trailer of Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's time we uncorked that and found out exactly what's going on. Hey, you've been mixing with the Great Unwashed at Bristol. You've caught one of their lurgies, haven't you?
I've got a really bad cold. Yeah, really bad cold. I'm going to say this. It was a very long, passionate kiss me and RGT shared.
He gave you
Um,
it.
listen, it was me, Digital Monkery, and RGT. Stall 2. The lights went out. It got dark. It got real sweaty. And there was some exchange of fluids. We got tricked. We got tricked. Digital Monkery said, Scott, does that look like a regular tongue to you? Show me yours. Next thing you know, to be continued on a later show. What a cliffhanger. If that doesn't want to make you come back for more episodes of the UCP, I
Mate,
don't know
that's
what
when you
will.
play the Transformers music. I love those Michael Bay endings. I saw one the other day, right, where a cat was feeding its two kittens. And the guy who's filming this, quite nice scene, tickles the cat's leg and it lifts up and there are a set of balls. And then it just cuts, boof, directed by Michael Bay, and cuts. Any Michael Bay cliffhanger ending meme gift things, I love them. Give them all to me. Send them all to the Discord. I need every single last one of them. Um, where are we? I tell you where we are. I think. Thank you for bringing that list in, Scott. That's great. Scott Ray,
Yes.
cute T-shirt with Ray dressed as. No, Scott dressed as Ray. I'd pay to see that actually. If we ever do a UCP live, I think you should be Scott Ray.
Do you know what? That'd be an actual honour, to be honest with you. I would definitely do that.
Okay, right. Well, there we go
Probably
then.
the best compliment I've had.
Well, the way Ray's been described sometimes on this show, dude, I would like to say that might not be, but
Yeah.
it is.
Well, we've turned for the visual. If this does make YouTube, we've turned up looking like Ray Charles has dressed us both. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, mate. Ray Charles had both of his eyes poked out. Then he dressed me. Uh, someone also removed the ability to feel from the poor old boy, as if he's not been through enough. Um, quick bit of housekeeping, if you can sustain me for this. So we've got a website which we'd love you to check out. It's new. It's unofficialcontrollerpodcast.com. Stick it in your Google thingy-majingy, or if you're feeling risky, stick it in Bing. God knows where you'll end up, but try it. We've got a load of good stuff over there. All of RGT's hidden gems, breakdowns of the latest shows, chapters, and transcripts, should you want to know exactly what I said in that very moment. Um, we've also got Flashy B on the website. We've also got a Discord. Oh, yes. Hop over there if you want the story to continue. There's lots of chats going on, and also some great competitions and ways for you to get involved with other gamers and win yourself some prizes. We also have a YouTube channel, which is about as popular as the plague. Not in terms of how many people got it, but in terms of how many people wanted to avoid it. That's certainly what's going on over there. I must apologise to the video viewers because I think you kind of take my words a little bit too to heart, and I've noticed that you've now shunned the YouTube and you've all gone en masse back to the audio. I take it back. I actually want to see the YouTube grow. And this is the place to come and see two grown men talk about kids' toys. I think I made you a little bit embarrassed about watching us on your TV next to your spouse. Don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. Yeah, but if you want to do it in private on the audio, um, I guess that's what I recommend. So there we are.
And check out my new haircut as well.
Oh wow.
And a beard trim.
Okay. Well, if you're listening now in your car, wherever you are, you're in Vegas, cruising down the street, you've just heard that. Pull over, put your hazards on. Yeah, it's fine. Get your phone out, find the video. Yeah, probably about, I don't know, a good hour in, you see his new haircut.
And you also see George with a nip on.
Absolutely. Or a piece of cut glass in your fence, as they say down south. Uh, if that's not Cockney rhyming slang or in the Urban Dictionary by 2028, I've failed as a man. Um, you can also, and at this point, if you've listened this far, I think you've probably got Stockholm Syndrome. So I think you should join the people that support the show. You don't have to. This show's free. Flashy B will be free. The Discord's free. It's all flipping free. But if you want to support, and we're very grateful if you do, from as little as $3 a month, and that's really not real money. And by the time this week's finished, I shouldn't think the money will be worth anything anymore. So just give us all your dollars. But start off with 3. You're going to get a t-shirt.
Yeah, I've heard anyone that joins, you just sending them a t-shirt.
It's insane. I don't know why half of Nepal haven't got themselves a new wardrobe by now. I'm sort of glad they didn't because I'll be bankrupt. But hey, what a fun story to tell the news of the world.
Exactly. And is it any art of their choice from any of the back catalogue? All the different we've had. Is this a full logo we're on now? I believe.
Listen, they can have anything they want. They can have the album art of the show. They can go and discover some of the show's glorious, some would argue, comedic past and how they've been incorporated into t-shirts. I do believe I was looking on the download section the other day and RGT's classic Just a Little Puff was on there. I'm a bit annoyed that hasn't made a t-shirt yet. I've also been known to be walking around in the UCP wear, and my favourite one is one of the El Paso tape covers of
Yes.
Pastor in a understairs recording booth, which
Oh
is
yeah.
pure gold. Some of the people that pay us from as little as $3 a month are going to get a readout. That is one of your perks. I will start. I don't know if I should or not. I don't really. Have you noticed that the Zangief's been diffused?
I've heard you mention on the last 2 shows,
Yeah, I.
and
We're
I
still
think, yeah.
we're
Shall I
honouring
s-
the Zangief. But I feel like where we were taking, it's like in wrestling. If you throw someone off the roof of a building through a table that's on fire and glass, what do you do next to up it? And I felt like Fat Zangief was ratcheting up at such a rate of knots, Scotty. This time next year, we'd have been having full inserted sex, as it wouldn't have classified as a Fat Zangief.
Wow.
Exactly. So
I'm very confused. Are we Fat Zangiefing or are we not?
we are, but I think the porn preamble is iced. So we just Fat
Okay,
Zangief it in your natural
just
way.
to that's fine. For the avoidance of doubt, I will start just in case contractually I make a mistake. As quick math shows, whoever goes second in a two-man dance takes two to tango, baby, and only one
Listen,
can
I ain't got a
Zangief.
clue what's going on. I feel like I've just been backwalked into the biggest Zangief of my life, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start it off with. That's a shame because I would have gone for the second one, but that's fine. I tell you what, let's do it the other way around.
Oh, no, 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 no. If you bite the
All
bite,
right,
you got to chew the chew.
all right. I'll just go out of sequence. So, no, I'll get confused. Captain Scarlet, he's our hero. He's going to take you down to
He'd take
zero
pollution down to
temperatures.
zero. Oh,
He would take it down.
yeah. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the podcast side. We all get our rings out. Listen, we, what we'll all do is we'll all get round, we'll get our rings out, boom, shine them up at the screen, no, at the sky, and that's when Captain Scarlet appears. He's our powers combined. What would be the power in your ring, do you think?
What would be the power in my ring? I mean, the Infinity Stone's probably in there somewhere if I looked deep enough. So I guess really,
Would it not be
I could.
would it not be Switch knowledge to save you from your own self here?
Yes, actually. Probably Disney Dreamlight Valley is probably up there. So is Disney Pixar Planes. That's also in there. I've got quite a vivid imagination, a bit under the weather, and I was
Yeah.
just thinking of, I don't know if anyone's seen that.
So
TikTok
imagine
where
all
they
those
name-
powers magnified
Yes.
combined with mine magnified, and that's Captain
Oh.
Scarlet. Yeah.
Oh God! I said, don't let them do a show together, and then they just let us do a show together. We talked about this off air. Don't
Yeah.
let them.
We always kind of
No,
need a third
yeah.
safety partner.
Yes, we do. Right.
If
Let's
Seb
have
had been here, he'd have had us talking about like 2028's indie darlings. I'd be like, well, I don't really know what's happening in 2028. Uh, I think that gives me the chance to say thank you. Big support of the show, long-term fan of his and ours. It's Retroid.
And I tell you what, Retroid sounds really cool, isn't it? So Retroid is the DLC for Metroid. And I also want to say a big thank you to Ed because he accompanied me and he was sitting passenger princess. It's about time because he drives me everywhere around the country. He really does. He took me up
Did
to Blackpool.
he come a good passenger princess though? Did he have like a little bag of Tesco sweets and things to share with
Oh,
you?
he always brings things along for the ride, and I just want to say honestly, it was just an absolute honour. And I think since, without getting a little bit too sentimental, since Retro Ed's been in my life, I found that he's had a big positive effect on me, and just a really, really good friend. So I just want to say, Ed, thank you very much for being a supporter of the show, and thank you for being a supporter of me, is what I want to say. So thank you very much, Ed, for all your help and
That's
support.
beautiful. I think we all need a retro Ed in our lives. Which means you get, because you went first.
Yes,
you have
I
to...
know. So this man, he used to be in a fan club, but it's not written down. So it's just regular Carlos, really, really good guy. Apparently now, Carlos fan club is up for grabs. So we've all thrown our CVs into the ring.
No.
No?
I don't even keeping up with the law, but I damn nearly got sacked off my own show for misbehaving by RGT. I don't know how that happens. And the only thing I've got left is
It's a fan
Carlos.
club.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, you can have it. I love Carlos. He's your fan club, and he always will be. And
I don't know why.
have you
He's
had
10 times the man I am.
Have you not? I don't know if you look though. Postage stamps have actually gone up in the last, I think, 5 years. I think 101 for RGT and Fat Zangief, I imagine. Postal stamps have gone up 166% in 5 years, which means, are you still getting? It's cost a lot of money for Carlos to write to the fan club. Are you still receiving his letters?
No, we agreed between ourselves that we would now communicate through the medium of carrier pigeon.
Okay.
That is how we
So,
do it.
so a carrier pigeon is what's in your ring. That's your power. Who you got next? Oh, I'll take this one while you recover.
No, because
Okay.
Firm Returns is next. Now, if you've got any financial worries or you're concerned about this, that, or the other, or you want to know that you want to wake up with the right side with a positive bank account tomorrow, there's only one man that can save you from investing in another Nigerian prince, and it's Firm Returns. You can find him on Twitter, formerly known as X, or X, formerly known as Twitter, or you can find him on our Discord. The bloke's an absolute legend, and he is Firm Returns because he is one of the most ripped human men I've ever seen. His skin
Yes,
is
he is.
stretched that tight across sinew that if he blinked, you'd think his arm would rupture.
I don't want to make you jealous, but I've played Fall Guys on a video call via the Discord with Firm Returns, and Retro Ed was there. How jealous do you feel now? We played a game together. That's upset you. I should have said that.
No,
Sorry, you were weak and I pounced. I don't know
no,
why. It's the sun. It's the sun. I
there's
caught
a
lot of
lot
sun
going
points.
on. I just want to wake up feeling like a king one day, maybe. Anyway, who's next?
Right.
Oh,
Well, next is no. What's that?
nothing.
Okay, get back in your box, George. Right. Imagine
Oh,
you're
wow.
it's Monday morning. You're at work. You know you've been sent up New York skyscraper. You're sitting on a beam. It's 1940 apparently in my head. You open up your steel metal tin lunchbox, and Mumsy's just packed you. It's not even tuna. It's just a little cat food sandwich, and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to eat this again." You look down there. You're looking down the streets of New York, and you're like, "Hold on, is that Trestles, New York, serving the best bagels?" You'll throw your sandwich off the scaffolding. You climb down from the job site. You go down, head to Trestles, New York, for the best bagels in town, baby. Woo!
We immortalise Trestles when we record an episode there live in New York, so go check that out. In the meantime, it does me a great honour and privilege to thank UCP legend Roast Space Monk and his amazing family.
Next up, we have Badaminkster, who is the #1 Italian race car driver with every single football shirt you could ever imagine. More yellow shirts than the Canary Islands. What a legend of a man. Badaminkster, it'd be great to finally meet you. Let me know if you can make any of the upcoming expos that we put out in the group of the Discord. And I'll tell you what, Badaminkster, we are coming into boot sale season. So let me know if there's any round your way, because we're very close to each other. Yeah, I think he's got a restraining order because we've never met.
Barleylands do a car boot.
Barleylands do a car boot. Conveniently, it's next to a retro game shop. Now,
Yeah.
wrongly or rightly so, the owner of said game shop runs around the boot before it's open, and he's told me this.
No.
And I've been in the shop and I've seen him put something on the shelf that he's just picked up. And I said, Luke, I wanted that. Like a Punch and Judy. They do one. It is not the biggest. And the car boot as well is not the largest.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Who's next?
Where
Oh,
we are.
Tanta Bellicosi, bada bing to Tanta Bellicosi.
Yeah. So you're up with Mr.
Probably one of the greatest men that defies aging, much like a young Cliff Richard. It's Tingle Tuna.
What a legend Tingle Tuna is. I feel like did I have some contract with no, I didn't. I'll get confused. Tingle Tuna, thank you to you. We love you, Tingle Tuna. And who else I love? I got to meet him, and I got to meet his son as well. I've met Digital Monkery many times before,
You
but it was
have.
nice to spend a long time together, is what I mean. It wasn't a quick interaction. We had many drinks together. We shared meals together. We broke bread, as they say, in olden times.
Yeah.
We looked around some games. I saw some games that he picked up, but no spoilers. If you want to see what he picked up, head over to Digital Monkery on YouTube, and you can find him there. He has collected every movie game on the Mega Drive. He's now moving on to every movie game on the SNES. And spoiler, he found some gold. And it was great to see him.
I've seen some. If you want a sneak peek, he's also on the Discord and shared his pickups there. I mean, he did well, didn't he?
He done well. He done very well. Do you know who else does well?
Who? Bold Border.
Yeah, big time. I didn't know him and RGT are like that.
Yeah, like
I didn't know this. RGT
no.
was waxing lyrical about Bald Border.
Yeah,
and
no,
I said, hold on a minute.
They're like two scissoring lesbians.
And do you know what? That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. He said, we're like two scissoring. And it was really, really nice. And that was what was good about Bristol, is hearing all the different stories shared. And obviously, what I know about Bald Border is the lore that we create within the show. So
That's
to hear
correct.
some close personal facts about the man, the myth, and the legend was
The
really
real
nice.
person.
Yeah, the actual, he's a real guy. So that was really, really cool. So it's nice because it's painted a picture of this man. And I already knew what a great guy, and now I'm thinking what an awesome individual. So thank you to you. So next up we have. Have we put our ice on going brown?
Have we? Is it your turn? I think it is, isn't it? Because I did Bold Border. Yeah. Okay. No, mate. All the brakes are off. I got a message from Boba's agent.
They're off. The
Yeah.
brakes are off.
Yeah.
Okay, they're off. Cool.
I thought you were going to expose yourself.
You said the brakes are off.
The brakes are off.
The brakes are off. Going brown. It's Boba.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that leaves me the chance to.
Hold on. Is Boba part of the Winchester boys? Have I missed the trick there?
No, you just do as you please. Do as you please.
Okay.
He is one of the Winchester boys, but I don't like to. RGT, I think, is over invested in Winchester boys.
Oh, it's a great spin-off.
It's like Max and Paddy in the UCP.
They really are. Right, from speaking of stepsons who get their head stuck in washing machines.
Yes, let me talk to you about my beloved stepson. I'm not with his mother anymore, as you know, the law. But I still see him as my son. This week,
it's like Dominic Mysterio. There was when he was younger. There's been a lot of wrestling references at the moment, isn't there?
There is.
When he was younger. I think it was Rey Mysterio. It might have been Eddie Guerrero.
It was Eddie Guerrero.
It was a custody match, and I feel like that's where this law is heading to. I feel like the custody of Ginge is going to be on the line.
Oh my God. The stakes. Business just picked up. You want me to put my red-headed stepson's life on the line? I'll do it. I'm all in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a Falls Count Anywhere, scheduled for one fall. Who will challenge for the ownership? Ownership's a bit strong.
No,
the ownership of the red-headed stepson, Ginge, also known as the Platinum Apex Predator. Well, I tell you
he's
what,
carried out on a podium sprayed gold.
I'm tuning in next week just to find out what happened with Ginge. Where is he going to be sleeping? Who knows? Under a
Mate,
bridge
if I don't
point.
download Caird, he's going to be sleeping in Texas. Thank you, Ginge. I don't even know if I said thank you at any point in time. Who's next?
Thank you. Next up, we have the Lord of Darkness himself, Harvey Retro. You have to do this when you say Harvey Retro.
Harvey Retro, the horns
Harvey
of
Retro.
Beelzebub himself.
Probably the coolest guy in the Discord, possibly.
I don't think Harvey Retro
No?
is the sort of guy you drop, you stand near with your drink if there's no ice at the party and it just instantly chills. That's how cool he is.
Oh, that's a great shout. What an emotion.
Um, legally, I'm glad it worked out this way because the lawyers
Yes,
mentioned to me that you have a restraining order on you against Emma Sharp.
correct.
You're not allowed within 50 yards, nor are you allowed to pronounce her name in any way.
Now, I just want to touch on one thing. The restraining order is correct. However, what happened was I didn't realise it was a um, outside European court. So obviously you said yards there. I got confused on the unit of measurement,
Oh,
and I thought we was going by meters.
so you
And I
should have
got
been
way too.
further away.
I should have
Oh,
been further away. I was very close. So I just need to apologise on that on my behalf. So yeah, I should be more professional. It's my own fault. But yeah, I mean, I was working to metric, and you wasn't. You
well,
weren't. The
Emma,
judge
thank
wasn't.
you for all that you do. And luckily, Scott's at arm's length, which
Yeah.
means I get the honour and privilege of looking to the skies, and there he is, atop his Zeppelin, like some sort of cackling madman, waiting for a dystopian future that he is fully prepared for. He's nowhere near Berlin. We call him Greg.
Hold on. You don't just take two like that. Fine, I'll take two. Up next we have.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me do the maths. Me, you, me, you. No, that's not happening. Okay, I'm going to do. Oh God, I'm confused myself.
Do
Up next.
six.
Yeah. Up next, we have got probably the most beautiful woman I've ever laid my eyes on.
After
That is
Emma.
Mumsy. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh,
Mumsy, thank you so much. Thank you for raising me to this world. Thank you for bringing me in this world. Thank you for bringing me such great brothers in Triple S, OG Tom, Bobby, RGT, and George. I'm really thankful for having my brothers with me. And,
we're
I wouldn't
all
have them if it wasn't
brothers
for
on the
you.
UCP.
Yep,
We've got different dads, but we've only got
yep.
two mummies.
Two mummies. That's it. One's called Mum, the other one's called Z, and we thank you both.
The
All right,
law just shattered and schismed everywhere.
up
Someone's
next
written
we've
the law
got
down from episode 1 and just got to this point and just like set fire to
yeah.
everything. Like, what the hell? Mumsy's two people. Mumsy, burn it all. I've never listened to this drivel again.
Up next we have got. I'm in this club, by the way. Now
I know.
I've joined because
Really?
because I'll be honest with you. Obviously, we all met pre me coming on the show as a guest,
Yeah.
and then me and you, George, have met a couple of times,
Yeah.
and it's been great. And obviously, we speak on here a lot when we do the shows together. But I felt like I needed to secure a personal connection with RGT, and I just want to say I met RGT and his lovely wife, and I want to say what an absolute perfect couple of people that absolutely love each other, and you can see the bond. It's like looking at a young high school couple in love. They are such lovely people, and they just like turned into soft jello and just merged with everyone at that table. And we was all like, at one point, it was just loads of gamers just docking with each other, having a great time. And RGT, honestly, and obviously we all know he's a lovely guy, and that is a reason why he has got a fan club. And I want to join the fan club because he is just such a top man. There's going to be lots of stories when I talk on my YouTube channel about what we got up to, drinks being had. Had many a nightcap with him, and it was just such great, a pleasure really to spend such time with you. And you are a top man, an absolute fine specimen. It was so great to meet you and your lovely wife. So thank you to RGT. Even though this isn't him we're thanking the fan club. Don't get me wrong, I've gone off on one. This is side B of the track.
I'm a little disappointed because when we went out, you killed me. You gave me alcohol poisoning and put me in bed for 3 days.
We talked about that, and I did very well at killing off a lot of people. Friday, we went hard, and we had to, me, Ed, and ZX Tetley, I'll do some shout out. ZX Tetley was there from, I've met him a few times now, from down in Somerset. Richard Tapperton was there, was with his lovely wife. And me, Ed, and Tetley, we went a bit to town after the after dinner drinks. We went back to the hotel bar and we had delayed breakfast. There was a lot of sore heads. And a lot of the jokes of the day was, "Oh my God, what time's Scott going to make us start drinking?" And I'm proud that that's me. I'm proud because you know what? I'm like, Fun Bobby from Friends.
I don't want to be the person to burst your bubble, but
Oh,
when everyone goes home at night and you're left looking in the mirror, you don't think that at all. You cry. You're like,
anyway,
why did I do this again? I feel sick. I hate myself. They liked me
but that
anyway. I didn't need to do this to myself. Not again.
the story of format came up again. And for anyone who doesn't know the
Oh,
story of
mate.
format, I had 2 nights at a very nice luxury hotel. I had tickets to the second day, the after party. And after the first night, me and George, once baseball was in the hotel bar, I lost George. He treated whiskey like it was baby shams. He was knocking them back. And we was going through the top shelf of spirits. And literally, I woke up in the morning and I've never drove so fast away from Liverpool, just ashamed of myself. And I got so far, I just literally had to go. Even the hotel lady said, "Oh, you're checking out, you've got another day." And the wheels were spinning, I was gone. I had to get far away. But we will return.
Who
We
killed
just
who?
won't. It's normally my fault, but we'll never find out. There was a nice T-shirt art concept actually of that, wasn't it? It was a Channing Tatum film. Don't you remember this picture art in the Discord
No.
a couple of seasons ago? I'll bring it back up. Anyway, let's get back to the.
Yeah, so I guess that
Let's get back to
means
the
I
matter
get
here
Pete Brocklehurst after your RGT.
after
I
my
mean,
rant.
he's walking round his local town with an absolute stonker on. Oh, Scott likes me. Oh, George is jealous now. I can hear this bit. He's fast forward. Like, oh, yours. Right.
Big up to Pete.
Big up to Pete
Again, the great.
Brocklehurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke wind this afternoon, and apparently a shanty town in Brazil was forced off a hillside. No one died, though, after the controversy of what happened in Thailand.
Bloody hell, that got dark very quick. Thank God he's all right. Next up is the GOAT. When I say GOAT, he's the Billy GOAT. It's Billy Marmite, and I absolutely love this guy. My mission is to meet everyone from the Discord. And I know it's hard because some people live overseas, but I'm not going to put a timer on it of like 2026. It's going to be, and no matter who joins a Discord, at some point I will meet you. Maybe that's what's putting people off joining, actually, thinking about it. Because
What
I
is
keep
it?
hunting everyone down, trying to force feed them Stella.
Thank God Stella got weakened, mate. There'd be dead bodies piled up all over the place.
Oh, thank you
Oh,
to Billy.
wow. Wow. Okay.
Your
So
go, buddy.
we must thank him. The man's a legend. I hopped on the Discord the other day, I think more by accident than anything. And I see Fat Zangief's just been sending games just all over the UK to people just because he's just a lovely man. And that made me feel internally very, very happy, which got confusing because it linked to the pleasure center of my brain, which then made me suddenly, all of a sudden, stand erect and shout, "Fat Zan!
I like the
Yeah."
I like the Yankee spin on it. That was cool.
I channeled my inner Triple S. I don't think anyone quite Zangief's just from a flat zero like him.
I thought he was putting it on ice, but that was probably the most volcanic Zangief we've done, or you've done.
Was
That's for
it?
sure.
It was.
I'd say so.
Um, it felt pretty straight though. There wasn't any, I didn't dally. I didn't,
So hold on,
link.
stand up. Let's check for patches. Stand up. Want to see if you're damp. Okay, no, he's dry. All right, sit back down. That was good. It's
I'm
acceptable.
not, but it's urine. We're in the part of the show, I think, where there's a natural lull in proceedings, where we kind of realise we've made it, and well, if you've made it this far, you've done well. You're a survivor too. And if
Then
you've
don't adjust your dial is what I'm going to say, because this is not an outro. I'm about to drop a big one for the next section. That's all I'm saying. Carry on, George. Sorry.
What are you hoping to play?
I couldn't wait for you to ask me this because, yes, Dreamlight Valley, yes, Resident Evil. However, I want you to remember a game we talked about that came out, and I mentioned it. We watched the trailer, and we nearly died. This was a couple of seasons ago, and it was called Date Everything. It was on Steam, took ages to come to Switch.
Yeah.
It's a dating sim where you literally can date dining room chair. You can literally date everything you can think of, lamps.
This
And we
this
laughed
piqued
about
my
it.
interest. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I had it on my wish list, and it's only gone and gone on sale. And I think the last night's tonight. And I was speaking to it's my wife's
How much
birthday
is it?
yesterday. Happy birthday to Mrs. Marathon Gaming. It was her birthday yesterday. And when we was out for dinner, I said to her, "Look, I need to spend £15, George, for not the Ultimate Edition. Why it's on sale, so it's like 50% off."
I'll get that.
Yeah, we
Is it
both
an
need to
indie?
get it. Do you know what, George? This could be the indie that gets you 1 foot up that ladder and one hand on that title.
Oh. I want a montage of how all these moments added up, like these independent decisions. Like this is why he's in the upper.
Every week, I want to review. Obviously, we've not heard from Triple S, so we just got to assume he's played no indies, but we know he's played probably 20. But unless he's on the show, it doesn't count. It's like when a runner does a run, he doesn't put on Strava. It doesn't count. So,
Oh,
right.
don't. Oh,
So
I used
each
to have
week,
a really bad issue with that. Really bad. Yeah.
if you don't platinum a game, it didn't happen. So listen, you're going to play this game. Download it now, play it for 5 minutes, and then we'll redo the art. It's you, RGT in the ring, because he's playing that racing
Hang on,
game,
hang on.
and Triple S. And you're
I'm
going to
going
be
on
a
to
step
the
higher.
Nintendo Store app now.
Yep. I hope the sale hasn't finished. I looked last night and it was still there.
I haven't used it on my phone for so long, it needs to download. So what else are you going to play?
No, straight up dating sims, 3DS, and Resident Evil. But I can't play it while my better half's not in the house because I'm a wuss. So what about yourself,
I'm
Mean
going to
George?
continue playing a little Voyager. I think I'm going to double down and get Cairn. I definitely want to play it. It intrigues me.
Okay.
Climbing game
It's
on
really got
PS5. And then probably just forget all that and end up playing Farming Simulator on the Switch 1. So, yeah, there we go. There's my intrigue. I don't know why you summoned Harvey Retro there. That was a little bit edgy. I did it as well. So he's going to appear just like Toasty guy. Look, there he is. Toasty. If maybe Harvey Retro, if he's got the skills, because he could edit and all that sort of stuff, he could actually.
Yeah, he's amazing at that.
What would he say though? He's not going to say Toasty. What would he say?
No. Maybe he'll collab with Trestles and he'll say bagel. Bagel!
Bagel.
Yeah.
Bagel. So yeah, there you go. There's a
You
short.
wave a little bit like our late Her Majesty. You've got a similar wave.
I was trying to give something for Harvey Retro to tag his graphic to. Yeah, I realise now I was trying to come in like a head.
Oh, let's pose for the thumbnail.
Yeah, good luck with this because there's absolutely no way I can make this work. But there's a treat for the YouTube viewers. There's a reason to shun audio like it's a dying breed and come across the video because look at the quality.
Look at the quality.
You're not going to get this anywhere else. Well, I think that draws us to the end. Thank you for your time, Scotty. And thank you to all of you this week, listeners. As always, thank you for your time. I look forward to the pleasure of speaking to you again next week. Until then, happy gaming. And remember, there's nothing wrong with being given an official controller. It's what you do with it that counts. See you, Scott.
That's damn right. See you later.